Hello, pumpkins! Welcome! If you are new to my channel, please do subscribe. It is my goal to make it to 3,000 subscribers by the end of January, and I will be announcing a prize shortly. I wanted to discuss why I don't do tarot predictions on true serious crimes. I did do a video a few months back on whether or not Carol Baskin killed her husband, and yes, that's a serious topic, but I mean, the case is over 20 years old now, and it was mostly perpetuated by Tiger King, so it's not, yes, there was an active case, but it wasn't as, like, close to the heart as some of the cases that I have been asked by viewers to cover. There are a few reasons why I really don't want to touch those cases. Number one is, I'm human, and yes, I'm very good at tarot, but I am capable of making mistakes and errors just like everybody. I'll give you a hint. If you are going to a tarot reader or a psychic or a medium and they talk about an accuracy percentage, they're full of crap, because people who are good don't talk about that. And that's just an insider tip. I certainly have many references, and I can, I can give reviews and how legitimate I am, so but just when you hear about accuracy rating, walk away. So when it comes to true serious crime, it's so important to be right. And I mean, if I am doing a reading on another crime, like I don't know, did KJ hack Salty's email, if I'm wrong, meh. But there are some times when you're dealing with serious crime that it really does matter. And I think about Sylvia Browne. She was on a daytime talk show years ago, and a woman stood up in the audience and asked about her daughter who had been missing for a long time. And Sylvia was like, oh no, she's dead in a ditch somewhere, she's crossed over, she's no longer in this world. And at that moment, the young woman who was missing was Tina Berry. She was held captive in Ariel Castro's basement in Cleveland, Ohio, I believe. I'm not totally sure about the city, but I think that was right. For years, and she was watching Sylvia Browne say, no, she's dead, she's in a ditch somewhere, move on. And the mother kind of gave up hope at trying to find her daughter at that point. So that's not something that I ever want to cross into getting wrong. Also, my style is really about trying to give hope, and if we're dealing with something serious, and even if I'm accurate, and it's something that's bad news, like, I'm not afraid to give bad news, but I really want my clients to have control over fixing it, right? Or what's the point? In all my years of reading tarot, I've never told someone that they're going to die. I've certainly seen death come up that's expected. The death card can mean death, especially if someone's dealing with a lot of grief and that's stopping them from moving forward. I did a reading once on a woman who was newly married, and her new husband's father was palliative, and she was elected to become the executor of the will for this family who she barely knew. And she was like, how long is this going to last? And I looked at the cards, and the death card came up, and it was, no, he's going to pass. This isn't going to last forever. This is going to be over soon. And you are not going to have to deal with all of this yourself. So that kind of stuff, I'm okay talking with, because we're talking about empowering the person. In my home city, there was a woman who was she worked in the adult industry on the streets, and she went missing, and she was not the only lady of the night to go missing, but she was the one who had a family who really did care about her. And so her sister started a massive campaign with flyers and billboards, and have you seen this woman, and talking to everybody, and nothing came up. There was no action on her bank record. She just disappeared. I was doing readings at a cafe. It was actually my cousin's cafe, and someone came in and asked if I would do a reading about this woman and where she was. My feeling is that her life was taken from her. But I said no, that I wouldn't do this reading because what's the point? I mean, to just take away somebody's hope, I would rather just say nothing and leave them, to look and leave that glimmer of hope for the family, rather than some woman they've never met saying, no, your sister's dead. You're never going to see her. Move on. She's in a ditch somewhere, just like Sylvia Browne did. My teacher taught me, as I've said in my Tarot Tuesday reading, to always be honest, but leave my client better than how I found them. And when it comes to something like a missing person, if the outcome isn't good, like, how do I leave that better than how I found them? How do I help that client to move forward? Because I may have a degree in psych and in neuroscience. I am a certified coach practitioner, but I'm not a therapist, and I want to make it very clear that I'm not in a role to be able to deal with that, and there are social workers and therapists who can deal with that. And the last reason is about evidence and prosecution. If I say, yes, she's dead, and Johnny Appleseed living in that building did it, if there's no evidence, they can't, even if they discover something that's circumstantial, the fact that the tarot reader said that this person did it, that's not admissible in court. And I would hate for something to happen that there was evidence found, but then it wasn't admissible because I was the one who gave them that tip, and that can't be admissible, or something like that. Like, I don't want to screw up an active investigation. So I would much rather let the police, let the detectives, let the social workers, let the forensic experts deal with existing cases that are serious. I don't have a problem looking at older cases, like maybe we can look at a killer that was around in the 1800s, or a mystery that happened. I know they just solved the is it the de Volatile Pass. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, but mysterious cases from like way past that anyone connected with that is already gone. I don't mind dealing with. I don't mind looking into the mysteries of Stonehenge or something like that. I'm playing tug with Merlin right now because I did give him a dentist stick, but now he's wanting to play. So yeah, that's so yes, I know it's unfortunate that the two young boys in California are missing, and my heart goes out to them. I've had a few people ask me to do tarot readings on that, and I'd just rather not get involved in that. I do send highest wishes to the family and the people involved, and I do want them to be found safely, but that's not something that I really want to look into with tarot. I discovered, it was actually back when I was still involved in a fundamentalist church, that I really have the power and the gift to speak life into people. And when I read tarot, I'm often looking at the person's highest self, and kind of what they were meant to be and who they were meant to be. And then I look at who they are now and what's stopping them from reaching their highest potential. I tend to be very good at practical problem solving, so combining those two with my skill in tarot and the fact that I do have a little bit of extra knowledge. I don't want to call myself psychic. It's not my turn. I'll do a video about why I don't like that term. But so looking at my ability to speak life into people, my skill and knowledge at tarot, and my intuition, combining those together, I really am able to make a powerful difference in the lives of my clients. But I'd rather just not deal with the more serious stuff. My muggle job, my non-magical job, is all full of doom and gloom and death, and I would rather just come home and read tarot and speak life into someone. So that is why I am turning down cases where I'm asked to look at missing persons or murders or things like that. It's just let's just leave that to the pros. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please do subscribe and hit the thumbs up. Like I said, I'm trying to get to 3,000 views before the end of January, so if you can share this as well with someone who is also maybe into tarot and wants to know about celebrity tea and magic, there's so much awesomeness that's going to come on this channel, and I have so many big plans, so please do subscribe. Please do follow me on Instagram. I'm not terribly active on Instagram, but it is at Caroline Ironwell. I am at C Ironwell on Twitter, and you can like Caroline Ironwell Tarot on Facebook. I do not accept Facebook friend requests from strangers. And if you would like, you can also support me on Patreon at Caroline Ironwell. So thank you so much for your support. Please do wear a mask, stay safe, wash your hands, stay 6 feet away from people you don't live with, and I will see you later on today. Bye, pumpkins.